From every swanky club to her own cable show. Who can it be? Who else but Jamie D? Oh yeah, she's known to play in cabaret, while at the same time co-producing on Broadway for helping hordes, who trod the boards, she's got 3 Tonys plus some other swell awards. These are the facts. The gal has got 10 Macs, and she's the pet, you bet, of each Friar Fete. Every year some ASCAP writer gets a special prize. Thanks to Jamie, that prize goes to grateful gals and guys. Come on, kitty. Oh yeah, from New York City. She traveled here for her career, while they were putting up that World's Fair Unisphere. She'll always be pure NYC, though she was born in Pittsburgh, ancient history. Pittsburgh, you say? Jamie? Hey, no way. Let's make a toast to this evening's host. Ooh, kitty, though she wasn't born in New York City. Ooh, don't care, kitty, she'll always be deRoy from New York City.
When I was 35, it was a very good year. When I was 35, I was living in LA. I was living in West Hollywood, and a friend of my mother's came out to visit, and she invited me to the Polo Lounge to meet her for a drink. And when I arrived, I went to the Polo Lounge, and I looked around for her. I didn't see her, but some people in the corner motioned me over. When I called her up and asked, when she might be ready, she said she was unpacking, and I said, well, I was invited for drinks, so why don't you just meet us there? So I went over to these people, and very nice. Marty Ehrlichman, Barbra Streisand's manager to this very day, Hilly Elkins, a whole bunch of people. She comes down, she gets drunk very fast, and leaves me there. So they, I guess, felt sorry for me, and they invited me to go to dinner with them, which I did. We went into West Hollywood and had a lovely dinner, and at dinner there was a lot of whispering going on. I didn't really know what was happening, but they said, come with us, we're going somewhere for a drink. I guess they just didn't want to take me back to the hotel because it was easier to just take me along. So we drove into the hills of Beverly Hills, and we get there, and there's this beautiful house. I couldn't even figure it was a house or a hotel, and it was an iron gate, a guard with a gun that it opens up, they ring the bell, and Sammy Davis Jr. answers the door. He's like, come on downstairs, I'm on the Tonight Show tonight. Altavis is downstairs, come on. So we go downstairs, we watch him host the Tonight Show, or maybe it was just a guest, I can't remember. But afterwards, we went upstairs to his bar. It's a sunken bar, by the way, and he's a little short to begin with, so he was like this. And had the best time. I mean, he was there. Everybody's talking about rogues and villains and the difference. And I don't remember who the rogue was, but the villain was David Merrick. That's all I could remember. So this evening goes on. I'm having the time of my life. Somebody has to drive me back to the Beverly Hills Hotel to get my car. So this one guy took me back, and as I'm getting out of the car, I said, I cannot thank you enough. I mean, I started this night off to have a drink or maybe dinner with Dee, and it ended like so quickly, and for me to end up at Sammy Davis Jr.'s house, oh my God. And he looked at me and he said, you know, we loved you, Sammy loved you, but I gotta tell you, when we went like this, we weren't motioning to you, we were motioning to the maitre d'. Whoa! So anyway, I told that story to a friend of mine who used to book the Tonight Show, and he said, now, if you'd only get a really good job, you can come on and tell that story, but I never got a big enough job to do it, so. Anyway, this brings us to our next guest. And my next guest, I think I first met when I saw him do And the World Goes Round, which he won an Outer Critics Award for. And he is just so spectacular. He's won the Drama Desk and the Outer Critics Circle Award and was Tony nominated for Jekyll and Hyde. He's been on Broadway in so many shows, including Spider-Man, and he just, I mean, literally just yesterday closed in Rothschilds and Sons at the York Theater. Now, he played Meyer the father. 25 years ago, when there was a revival, he played Nathan, one of the sons. I don't know how many people can boast that, but boy, does he have a voice. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the gorgeous Robert Cuccioli.
What's the female equivalent to a silver fox? Jamie deRoy. Happy birthday, Jamie. That's right. I just closed in Rothschild and Sons yesterday, and oh, thank you. For those that don't know, it was a reimagining by Sheldon Harnick and Sherman Yellen, the original writers of it, the Rothschilds back in the 70s. Now, the piece was actually written as a response to the civil rights movement. Even though it's a story about a Jewish family, this Jewish family that came from nothing and rose to wealth, it was an answer to the civil rights movement. And there's nothing more pertinent than something like that for today as well, given to what we're dealing with in the world, especially in this country right now. And so in honor of that, who better to bring together in solidarity than Maya Rothschild and Elvis Presley? In my own lifetime, I want to see the fighting cease. In my own lifetime, I want to see my sons enjoy the fruits of peace. While I'm still here, I want to know, beyond the doubt, that no one can lock us in or lock us out. There must be light burning brighter somewhere. Got to be birds flying higher in a sky more blue. If I can dream of a better land where all my brothers walk hand in hand, tell me why, oh why can't that dream come true? Oh, why? There must be peace and understanding winds of promise that will blow away the doubt and fear. If I can dream of a warmer sun where hope keeps shining on everyone, tell me why, oh why, oh why won't that sun appear? We're lost in the cloud with too much rain. We're trapped in a world that's troubled with pain. But as long as a man has the strength to dream, he can redeem his soul and fly. Deep in my heart, there's a trembling question. Still I am sure that the answer's gonna come somehow. Out there in the dark, there's a beckoning candle. While I can think, while I can talk, while I can stand, while I can walk, while I can dream, please let my dreams come true. Right now, right now, right now. Thank you. Thank you.
Holy, oh, wow, oh my God. So, Robert Cuccioli, wow. Whew. You know, it's funny, I was thinking about sometimes you can't get somebody to do the show. For years, I tried to get Wanda Sykes Hall, who became Wanda Sykes. That's how long I know her. Every time I called her, she would get another job. I think I really contributed to her career. And I was watching TV the other night, and I was watching her special, and I so related to this line. She said, you know, when I was younger, I used to carry a pair of panties in my purse in case I got lucky. Now I carry them in case I sneeze. Now, my next guest I had the privilege of meeting when she married a friend of mine, and we have been close ever since, and she is also works with the greatest musical director around, Mr. Ron Abel. They just literally got back from Washington, D.C., where they played the Kennedy Center, and it was a huge smash. She is now on Broadway playing Madame Morrible in Wicked, no less. She's got a Drama Desk Award, she's got an Outer Critics Circle Award, she's got 2 Tony nominations, and she's got an Emmy nomination because she was in one of the longest running CBS series, Knots Landing. Ladies and gentlemen, Michele Lee.
The best is yet to come, and babe, won't that be fine? The best is yet to come the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine. I'm gonna teach you to fly. We've only tasted the wine. I'm gonna drink that cup dry. Wait till your charms are right for these arms to surround. You think you've seen the sun, ain't seen enough. best is yet to come, and babe, won't that be fine? The best is yet to come, come the day you're mine. Woo! Whoa! Hi. Hi. Oh, now I can see some more of you. Hi there. How are you? So anyway, I want to tell you a little story about the show I did in 1973. I did a show called Seesaw, which was a... And you in the back? This was a show that was an adaptation from Two for the Seesaw, which was a play by William Gibson. And out of town, as many shows did go out of town in that day, there was a lot of trouble. It was in dire straits. And they called me and they asked me if I would fly to Detroit and sit in the back of the the theater, back of the theater, the oldest profession. Back of the theater and watch this show. I was wearing a floppy, big black hat and sunglasses. That's not true. I wasn't. But I was sitting in the back and I was watching this show and I loved this character, Gil Mosca. It was an incredible character. It was almost like I didn't even know, it didn't matter what the play was. This character was fabulous. She was a Jewish dancer from the Bronx who fell in love with Jerry Ryan, who was a just separated married man from Nebraska, a lawyer. You know where that's going. And the first time that Tommy Tune was ever on a stage, he played Gil Mosca. He played Gil Mosca's best friend. And anyway, it was a mess. And we kept throwing things out and putting songs in. And it was Cy Coleman and Dorothy Fields. And Michael Bennett was the director. And I'll tell you something that I usually don't tell anybody, but the show was an hour long out of town. And the playwright actually walked off the show, and Michael Bennett and I would go back every single night and kind of edit everything down. It was a mess. And then they said, okay, the music, take this one out, put this one in. And one day, Neil Simon also threw in a couple of fabulous, fabulous scenes and helped a little bit. But he thought that the last number in Seesaw wasn't enough of an emotional statement for the curtain. It was the curtain song. And he went to Michael Bennett, said, we have to have an embellishment of this thing or it's not going to work. So Cy Coleman called me on the phone and he said, I'm going to pick you up in a yellow cab. He came over, I hear footsteps. Thank you, Ron. And now, take a bow. And now, he opened all this music in the back of the cab, and it was astounding. It was a soliloquy, really, and we got to the rehearsal hall. We went upstairs, and on a very old, oh, wait a minute, remember these? Right? On a very old, out-of-tune piano, Cy Coleman taught me this.
So here we go. From the middle of Lovable Lunatic. Lovable, yuck. Lunatic, yes. I must have been out of my mind. I must have been out of my box. I really believe I would have an affair that wouldn't wind up on the rocks. Ah, what a laugh.
We opened on Broadway the next night. must have been out of my mind. I must have been out of my box. I really believed I would have an affair that would wind up on the rocks. What a laugh. So who's laughing? 10 minutes ago, he said, I love you. The first and only time he said, I love you. 10 minutes ago, he said, I love you. The first and only time he said, I love you. 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 He said he loved me. I was lost until he found me. Why do I still feel his strong arms around me? Single nights in a double bed alone, and I miss his fingers touching each rush in his soul. I'll miss you, Jerry Ryan. Damn you, Jerry Ryan. I love you, Jerry Ryan. Though it's you I must forget, I can't let myself regret it. I'm way ahead. So that's that. I loved, I lost. What's a heart? That's all it cost me. I'm way ahead. My chin is up. My hands are steady now. Come on, you dream, new life. I'm ready now. When I think of every night, even nights when we were fighting, I'm way ahead. Once you said the way to live is to take as well as give. Well said, well said. Goodbye, good luck, I see no. What love like yours can be now. Thank you, Jerry. Everybody's traveling on a crazy seesaw. Love is up, down, as my life goes by. I'll find myself a guy for the seesaw, seesaw. A new fella for the seesaw. There's gotta be two for the seesaw, two for the seesaw. And so I know I'm gonna go every